Okay, we have some key expressions. So when it comes to business context, we have some key expressions to introduce ourselves. To, for example, making a follow-up call, to responding to respond to a follow-up call. So actually, in different context and situation, different phrases. These phrases, the phrases that you can see here, actually they're phrases from the audio. So we will listen to a call between Sean and maybe another person, a colleague, and we will get these phrases. But of course, there are more, like the most common and maybe the most natural phrases in formal and informal context. So that's really important to know who you're talking to. So it's the formal situation or no, it's informal friendly. So the phrases that we use is the actually expressions that we use are totally different. Wow. And you will need it. So in the future, when you start your own business, of course you need to contact other people maybe, and you need to know this, learn how to communicate, how to contact. Okay. Let's see what we have. First, it's not bad to listen to, let me play the first one. This one. I want to play an audio, and I want that after listening, I will ask your opinion, what you think about it. Okay, just let me play it. Okay, let's see.
Unit 1, 1.1.
So is most of your work to do with translating websites from English?
No, not really. Although we do get a lot of Western companies who want to break into Asian markets. The problem is, they think they can just come along and translate their website, just like that. But really, that's a very expensive and ineffective way of doing things.
There's more to it than that.
Yes, and to be honest, it's quite arrogant to think you can create a favorable impression and attract a lot of customers without really trying. To start with, customers are still wary.
What, of newcomers or of the technology?
Both. You have to work hard to show that you are trustworthy and to make customers feel confident in your company.
Yes, but that's not a particularly Asian phenomenon, is it? I mean, if you have a website with spelling mistakes, people are bound to be suspicious, aren't they?
That's right. But just like in traditional advertising, some things are more effective in some cultures than others.
So you're saying a localized website would need to be genuinely different in some way?
Yes. In the West, the websites have lots of words, lots of facts and figures. They are often quite complex. But here, the websites that work best are simple and functional. In the same way that many Asian cultures prefer offices that are modest rather than ostentatious.
Aha. A case of less is more.
Yes, exactly. And you have to understand the local culture. For example, here in China, when people go shopping online, they like sites where they can bargain and make a deal, because that's what they like to do in real life.
So a website like that would need a lot more than just translating. You might have to rebuild the whole site.
That's right. For really successful website localization, you have to start the process from the beginning, taking all these cultural things into account, not just translate the words and hope for the best.
Well, so, and sorry for the accent. So, you're British. Okay, so let me ask you something. We heard something about localizing a website. What is the meaning of this? And I want to ask your opinion about it. So sometimes, so of course, some people feel like, okay, believe that, okay, if you want to have a website, for example, we have a Chinese website, okay, and that the only thing that we need to do is to translate it, for example, to English to be able to be used, for example, with American or maybe English-speaking users. Okay, so this is one way, the easiest way maybe. But there is another strategy that I think is more important, and that is you need to adapt your website for a specific country, a special country, language, or culture, so that it feels natural and relevant to the local users. For example, what we want to see, what we want to get from a website, and a website is totally different maybe from with maybe Chinese consumers. So the format, the form, the shape, actually everything I think should be different. So what do you think? So do you remember last session I told you, I asked you if you would prefer, if you prefer a simple website or like with something like with colors and many images, pictures. So which one? And you answered that I would go for a simple one. Okay. So what do you think about website localization?
Yeah, I think it's true because you have to depend on the culture of that country. So I think that by that way, we can maximize profit of especially in Vietnam. They're right when Asia people, especially in Vietnam, love the most like less is more website because most of the people in Vietnam doesn't good at like technology, so they like to have the website that is a little bit similar to the market, the real market. And also they need to have many discounts, although just small discounts, but it will create a like an effect to to the people's mind that they are having uh, they have to less pay this item, so that I think it's true.
Yeah, so you're feeling less is more. Okay, so maybe people in your country tend to see something simple, easy to understand, easy to use, maybe like functional, and as you said,
Yeah,
discounts. So, I remember that one of my students introduced like a website, a Chinese website. I don't remember the name. I don't know, it was something like Amazon, but a Chinese website. And I remember that once I just logged in and I saw, I was like, wow, what is this? So every price, just you could see tons of just figures, 10%, 20%. And I was like, what is this? The whole cover, just the first thing that you could see was like discounts, figures, off, discount. I was like, wow. But I didn't like that. It was not something that I really wanted to see. Maybe I wanted to see something,
yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know, simpler, like, I don't know, something different. It was so confusing, maybe to me, it was so confusing. And as you said, uh,
I agree with you.
yeah, yeah, you do agree. You said just you said
Yeah,
you have to. You said you have to depend on the culture of that country. No, it's not. So you really have to consider the culture of each country. So your actually sentence should be changed to you have to consider the culture of each country. This one is better. Of course, that way you can maximize profit. Yes. And Asian consumers, as you said, really like just what I just got, really likes platforms that is less is more, as you said, like, and maybe a lot of people are not very tech savvy. People are not into, or for example, they don't use a lot. So, like, I don't want to say technophobe, but they're not really into technology. So they prefer website that feel familiar, like a traditional market, right? So
Yeah, that's right.
feel familiar. Yeah, got it. And of course, as you said, and as I saw, discounts matter a lot. Yes. And maybe small ones, they can make big impact. So, and of course, people feel like, yeah, they're getting a better deal, even if the discount is not huge. For example, I remember about the website Tumo? Timo? What was the name? Tumo? T- Timo? I'm not sure, like, about the name. So I said it just, for example, discount was not really just considerable amount, but it was. So it's like 1%, 2%, 3, 10. I was like, what is this? It's so confusing. So, but it depends. For example, I don't think it works. In my country, it doesn't work. Like, people like to see something completely simple. Well, and let's say, uh, we have another. So I remember that, yeah, once I talked about these words and phrases with you, so I don't want to. Okay. Uh, so we want to listen to another conversation. Then we'll talk about it. So, what is the purpose of the call? What is the outcome? And why is, but I want to listen to the first call. I'm not sure. Like, the first call was really interesting. So let me play this. Let's listen, then we will talk about it.
1.2.
Ivan Formanek, how can I help you?
Hello, Ivan. This is Sean McPhee. I'm calling about the email I sent you regarding your new website.
Oh, hello. Yes, I remember. Thanks for responding so quickly.
No problem. I wondered if you'd had time to look through the portfolio I sent.
Yes, I have. Your work looks very interesting.
What exactly do you want to do? Do you want to change the whole site or just update parts of it?
Well, we're currently updating our corporate image, which means redesigning the logo, the brochures, and the website. We've already done some of this in-house, but we need help with the website in particular.
Well, I could certainly help you with that.
Great. I suggest we meet to discuss things further. I have to be honest, though, you aren't the only designer we're talking to.
I understand. When would you like to meet?
Well, I go to Berlin once a month to interpret for a client of ours. I'm covering for a colleague who is on maternity leave. In fact, I'm leaving the day after tomorrow, but we can meet when I get back.
Fine. Whatever's best for you.
Let's say provisionally Tuesday the 13th at 11 o'clock, and I'll get my assistant to call you later today to confirm. You'll be travelling in from Krakow, won't you?
That's right.
It might be best to discuss travel arrangements with my assistant then. Her name is Catherine, by the way.
Fine. Well, thanks for your time.
You're welcome. See you in a couple of weeks.
Okay, well, so let's see. Tell me about the purpose of the call. So what did you get? It was a
Purpose of the
call,
call is
or it was a
to
follow-up call. I'm asking if it was a call or a follow-up call.
what is the follow-up call?
I call you, then you will call back. That is, yours is follow-up. Okay, so I call you, for example, or maybe I email you, and then in response, you call me. So this is a follow-up, to follow something. Maybe the second.
So I think it's the follow-up call
Yeah.
to arrange the meeting, yeah, between uh Sean between Sean
Sean.
and
It's Sean.
Ivan. Yeah,
Yeah. Very good. Okay. And the word
arrange the
name,
meeting between Sean
Ivan,
and Ivan. Yeah, thank you.
yeah, of course, you're definitely right. Sorry, I interrupted you. Yes. It was a follow-up call between Sean and Ivan, both of them are correct. So depending on the region and the area and the country, so we have like original pronunciation and of course, so what we say. So Ivan, both of them are acceptable, but Sean, this is Sean, Sean. And I just typed a word because this is very good and common word. And what is it? And especially in business context, we use it a lot. Portfolio, as you just heard. So I think you heard this. Actually, portfolio is a collection of work, like documents, okay? So it can be financial, it can be like, for example, it can show your skills, so whatever. It's very common word. So it's good. For example, I don't know, you can say, my friend showed her graphic design portfolio to the interviewer, like document related to graphic design. Or for example, financial portfolio that, for example, is investment portfolio documents. Okay. So this is a good word and you can, and of course, we have it about school, like students. Yeah. So, okay. Let's see. Let's talk about these phrases. Uh, First, we can listen again and we can put these sentences in order. So it's good actually to do this part. And then, of course, we will listen to a call Sean receives and answer questions. Okay. Well, first, let's see. I want to read this part. Uh, my name's Ivan Fermanik, and I have my own translation agency. Simply speaking, I was given your detail by one of your former colleagues, Ursula Woladokova. She recommended you to me as we are planning to renew our website. If you are interested in discussing this further, could you either call us or send an email and reply, and we will arrange a meeting with you. Best regard. Okay. Uh, what do you think about this email? Do you find it like it's a good, of course, email to offer, yeah, position maybe. But what do you think? Someone recommended
I
another
think that
person, yeah. So, dear Mr.
I think
McBain,
it's just simply an email. That is like
yes, it's formal or informal?
yeah, that is like a reply.
No,
They're
this is
really
not.
informal. Really formal. I think
Now, formal, of
formal,
course.
formal.
Yeah, formal. Yeah. And but it's not a
Yeah,
reply. So from
like
someone to another,
usually,
yeah,
yeah,
offering,
yeah.
offering position, like offering
That's
job
yeah.
designer for new website needed. So, but sometimes when you write, so that's really important. For example, when you want to work with someone, you need to show if you are really interested in, if you really want to work with this person or not. Sometimes, like, if you want, it's okay, you can. Sometimes you really want to. So, of course, this one is professional because even if you are really interested or passionate or keen on something you don't show, But yeah, it's a normal email, formal email to actually offer a job position to someone. And it's short. That is really good to make it short because to keep it short, because actually maybe people don't have that much time to read a long email. So, and of course, at the beginning of your email, it's better to give the reason why you are sending, why you are writing. This is the best thing that you can do, especially when writing a formal email. Because, as I told you, maybe you don't have that much time to read my email, that much long email. So it's better to know what I want to talk about. So if it's okay, you keep going and read. If no, you just ignore it. Like this way, because of this, we normally just suggest if you want to write an email, it's better not only formal, maybe informal. So even informal context, it's better to write the reason at the beginning after, of course, introducing yourself. And of course, after hi, and then you give the reason. Okay. Let's say, we're running
Yeah.
out of time. Let's log out, back in, then we will keep going. Okay. Go.
Okay. Okay.